Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. Okay, so I already know that the lighting is horrible on this video. I am vlogging really early today. Let's do a time check really quick. It is currently 3:40 p.m. I actually went outside just to check the mail, and I was like, well, maybe I could do like 20 minutes outside on the front porch. It is freezing cold outside today. And then I was like, well, maybe I could sit on the bed and film the vlog. And I was like, no, that's just like not comfortable. I mean, I sit there and I do drama videos and then my leg like falls asleep. So I was like, I'm just gonna sit in front of the computer. I know the lighting is not great, but you know, today it is what it is. And do you ever have those days that just are like, they do not turn out the way that you think they're gonna turn out? So last night, I went to bed, and I had made a list yesterday of like all the videos that I was going to film today. I literally had videos for every single channel. I had drama video, Peterism's channel video. I had 2 for my review video that I was going to choose from. 2 for my Peter Does Stuff channel. I was going to take a walk outside, and I was going to like look at nature. What is on my shirt right here? I was going to like look at nature and stuff like that. I had picked 2 TV videos that I was going to do out of like 15 that I have. And then I had 2 different booktube videos that I was going to do as well. I was going to review either Go Ask Alice or Beautiful Ugly. And so I went to bed last night, had a good night last night, got a lot of rest last night, and even though I did not take a nap, which was kind of strange. But I woke up today and I felt good when I woke up today. I didn't feel anxious. I didn't really have any anxiety or anything that when I woke up. I just felt today, like when I woke up, I was like, I just feel like I need to take the day off and just vlog today. Alex was texting me earlier and he was like, what are you doing? Like, how long are you gonna go on your videos and stuff like that? And I said, I think I'm just gonna vlog today. And it wasn't even that I felt unmotivated or anything. I just felt like, I think I just need to take a day. I don't even really know how to explain it. I just felt like I needed to take a day. And I struggle so hard with that because I kind of made the decision while I was laying there in bed. And then I was like, no, get up. Once you make one video, then, you know, like, you'll, like, be in it and whatever. And so I got up, and I trimmed my beard, and I shaved, and I washed my face and brushed my teeth and all that kind of stuff. And I was, like, listening to music, and I came out, and I started cleaning the bedroom. This is kind of how it happens, right? So I came out, and I started cleaning the bedroom, and then I came downstairs to bring some stuff from the bedroom downstairs to put in the trash. And then I like cleaned the entire kitchen, like everything. I mean, the kitchen's never really that dirty anyway, because like every night before I sit down to watch my TV shows or read, like I always clean out the entire kitchen. So really the only thing that's going on at night is like burning candles and making coffee. And so it's pretty clean. So I came downstairs and I cleaned the whole kitchen again, like made sure everything was like straightened, and I get so sidetracked, you know? And then I put another load of laundry. I've been like washing sheets. And so I put the sheets in the dryer from last night that I put in late. And then, because I want to like change the sheets today. And then I put in another load in the washer. And then I came upstairs and I was just like sitting here looking at my list. And I was like, you need to just take a day. Like, it's weird because I don't feel sick today. I feel, my stomach feels completely back to normal. I'm not, like, well, something happened, and I'll explain this in a second, that made me a little sad, but I don't feel, I just, like, today, I don't know, today I was just like, I think you need to just take a day, you know, and relax. I feel like my mind and my body is kind of telling me that, so I was like, okay, well, just do an early vlog, and then, oh, Nikki is calling me, do an early vlog, and then, just read and watch shows tonight, and then tomorrow when you get up, like, let's just start fresh. So that's kind of my plan today. It's just to take the day, and but then I came down here and I started cleaning stuff, and it was like, do you ever do this? I'm kind of like so on top of like cleaning stuff, like the floors and everything like that, you know, and it was like, I started seeing stuff, and then I've been making a list of spring cleaning that I want to do. I've been making this list of spring cleaning that I want to do, and I want to like do an overhaul of the whole place, you know, and I want to like dust everything, which I dust everything like once a week anyway. And I was like, I want to dust everything. I want to clean the floors. I want to, you know, clean up make the bathroom like for spring, right? And so I was down here today and I was like cleaning these floorboards. I was like on my knees cleaning these floorboards that are already clean in the entryway just from like us like walking in and walking out, you know? And I was like, you need to just wait until spring because it's like there's snow outside. You guys are gonna like track stuff in. I mean, we take our shoes off at the door and stuff, but anyway, I just was like, I don't know, I just started getting like sidetracked. This is why I have a hard time just taking a day and just relaxing, because if I don't film videos, then I feel like I'm not being productive, and then I feel like, well, you should clean or you should do that. Like, I have such a hard time just taking an entire day and just like reading and watching TV shows. I don't know what it is about me. I have such a hard time doing that. Such a hard time doing it. You know, and I was thinking today about like, in the past, like, I don't really know when that started. Ever since I've gotten on YouTube, even like the BookTube days, like when I was just doing BookTube the first couple months, like I was filming 2 videos a day over there for a very long time. And then when I started slowly adding my other channels, like 7 days a week I was filming. So, you know, coming up in, that will be in May, coming up in May, I've been consistently posting on, I mean, if we go on vacation, I might take a couple days off here and there, you know, whatever. But I've been pretty much consistently taking, you know, or posting on a pretty regular basis for almost 9 years now. And I was like, I was thinking to myself before that, because I've talked on here before, like how Alex can just like binge watch a show for like 9 hours on a Sunday. He can't. He can sit in bed and like roll through TikTok for like 3 hours. And I'll be like, you know, I'll say something and I'll be like, are you looking at anything funny? He's like, no, it's not really that good and whatever. I just, like, to me, like, I start feeling like, late at night it's different because I kind of feel like, okay, you've done everything you're going to do for the day. Like, Alex is asleep. You're not going to sit down here and, you know, like, bring out the vacuum and stuff like that, right? It's like if you're going to film videos, unless it's warm outside, I might sometimes at night. But I was like, I was asking myself, like, could you sit for, you know, a couple hours back in the day? And, you know, even then, I really couldn't. You know, when I was with my ex, we would do something like on our days off, because we had the same days off. We had Sunday and Monday off. And so we would either like go to the casino and we would stay at the casino overnight, you know, or we would go to Seymour where he was from, and we would, like I was talking the other day, and we would stay over there overnight and be there the whole weekend. And the whole weekend that we were there, like from the point that we got up, you know, we go meet with our friends, and we were like running to somebody's house, running to somebody else's house, you know, going to a county fair, going to the city pool. I mean, we were constantly doing stuff. We took naps. We were big nappers. But then we would always do, you know, stuff all day long. And I can remember us like binge watching shows on the weekend. That was the one thing the last couple years that we kind of like really got into, was we would go to Best Buy and we would buy, you know, it's so funny now, like I think about like the streaming services, and we live in this world of streaming where you can just like find any show and stream it. But back then that wasn't the case, right? You know, unless there was some marathon on TV, you know, for the weekend or whatever. And so we would go to Best Buy, and I can remember we tried to find reality shows that had like one season. So we would do like Project Runway. We would do America's Next Top Model. We did like 2 seasons of Amazing Race. That's how I actually got started on Amazing Race. I think I was still keeping up. I think we both watched Survivor together because Tanya watched it too. So I think at that point I was watching Survivor. I don't remember. But then we would kind of like pick random shows. I remember we got the show Heroes. We never watched it. I have it like in a box down in the basement of all these like DVDs that I have to like, you know, take to donate. And, but anyway, we started watching Lost, because I can remember that was like the last show that we like binge watched together. And I think we watched, well, maybe it was like, I can't remember. Maybe it was like, we started binge watching that like 2 years. Well, there was just one weekend where we just like, we bought like the first 3 seasons. I think we were like 3 or 4 seasons behind. And so we got like the first 3 or 4 seasons, and I remember that was like the first show ever. I mean, with like the reality shows and stuff like that, at some point we'd just be like, okay, let's go to bed, you know? But like with Lost, I can remember that being like the very first show where we were like, should we watch one more episode? Should we watch one more episode? Like that's, when I think about binge watching a show where you can't turn it off, that show for me is always Lost. Like that was the very first show. And that wasn't even like on a streaming app. Like I can remember we had the DVDs and we would get, oh my God, we ate so bad. We would get all this junk food, and I can remember going to Arby's and we would just spend like $30 at Arby's, and we would just come back and we were so excited about that. And so, I mean, even when I would read back then, I would read for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'd get up and I'd be like, you need to clean the kitchen, or you need to do laundry. Or, I mean, I constantly always like, I don't know. I feel like part of it goes all the way back to when I got sober. I feel like, I really don't know where it comes from. I can remember like when I was a little kid, I've talked about this on here before, that my mom would get up for the day. I want a sip of coffee. I just made my coffee, my very first cup of coffee for the day. And this is the Kauai Coffee Garden Isle. And this is just a coffee cup that I had out last night with the Cardinals on it. So this is the new exciting coffee cup that you get for the day. But I do have 2 new candles that we're going to try today. Both from Shy Wolf Candle Company, because I went through 2 candles last night. Okay, so I do remember as a little kid, like my mom getting up. She always got up late, but I can remember her, I mean, not like 1, but like I can remember her getting, she didn't get up at like 6 either, you know? I can remember her getting up, and she had those like steam rollers in the bathroom. Do you guys remember those, where you would put like water in it? And they had the hooks with like the rollers. And I would come into her, like, you know, she was like doing her makeup, which she didn't really ever wear much makeup. She would wear like lipstick. She did a lot of moisturizer on her face and stuff like that. But she would do like eyeliner. But I can see her sitting there doing eyeliner, and she would have like the, you know, the rollers hanging from her hair. And I would say like, what are we doing? Are we going somewhere or something? I can't remember how I asked it, but I can just remember like, are we doing something? Are we going somewhere? And she'd say, no, we just need to get ready in case we want to go do something. I can remember my mom saying that. I always thought later that that was like such a smart thing. You know, if somebody calls and says you want to do this and you're ready for the day. My mom was not big on just like hanging around all day long in like sweatpants and like pajamas. She just wasn't. I mean, if it was like a snow day or something maybe, but like on any other given day, it was like, no, we need to like get up and, you know, start our day. And so I don't know if it kind of starts from that, but my mom always did have, I can see these like, so these notebooks that I use over here. I got these from well, I didn't get these, but I bought these myself. But my mom and my aunt used to use these. I have like, I have 3 of them sitting here right now, all in different colors. I have yellow, blue, and then I have green. And I keep different notes in here. Isn't this crazy? Yeah, my mom and my aunt used to use those. My mom, when my aunt passed away, Caroline found one that my aunt had, and in hers, it was like favorite movies. Like she had one that was all just, this is going out of focus. She had one that was just like all favorite movies. I know this is going to go out of focus a lot today because of the light, but I apologize for that. Trust me, when it is warm enough for me to sit on that front porch, I cannot wait to sit on that front porch to vlog, so I will. But my mom would like keep these little notebooks, and I can remember seeing like, you know, these pieces of paper all over the house. He's just like, people are texting me left and right. Just these little pieces of paper, and she would have like, it would say like Monday, and then she would have like things that, you know, we were gonna do that day when I was a little kid in the summer, and I can just remember her having those lists like everywhere. So my mom always had like things that we had to do, like we're going here, we're going there, and then that was wrapped around kind of like me playing tennis. I always had like tennis stuff to do, or we're doing this, we're meeting up with this person, or she would also have them like there what we were gonna have for dinner. I mean, she was very list oriented. I think that's kind of where I got that from. But then I also think that, I think after I got sober, I felt very much like, you know, I don't know, like, here I am now, like, kind of like, you know, breaking it down, but I don't know that I, like, ever consciously thought about this at the time. I felt it, I remember, but I don't think on this level of, like, where it affected me on a daily basis. I can remember thinking, like, I'm always playing catch-up. Like, I felt like when I would meet people that I knew from my past, like, you know, wherever I was in my life, like, if I was dating somebody, they were married and had a kid, you know? If I had just moved into a new apartment, they had just bought a house. It was like, I always felt like I was behind, and I always related it to having gotten sober, which is interesting now, because I got sober at 22 and a half, which is really, really early. Well, not today it is. I mean, there's people that are getting sober at 12, 15, 17, and there's a lot of people that are getting sober really, really early. And I have a few friends of mine that are like my age and got sober. I mean, they have, you know, more time than me, and they got sober when they were like 16, 17. So, I mean, people were getting sober back then at that age, but not a lot at all. When I got sober, 22 was really, 23, I mean, even 25 was really early to get sober. And so I always felt, so it's interesting that I think that way, right? But I always felt like I was playing catch up, you know, whether it was when I was in school or with work or whatever, you know? And then I think, like, I get on YouTube, and I mean, you have to understand too that when I started on YouTube, I never, ever in a million years thought that this would turn into some kind of career or job. I mean, I never in a million years ever thought that when I sat down here to make those BookTube videos. I just, you know, I was watching a lot of BookTube videos, and I was like, this is just something that I have to be part of. I never in a million years, I can remember like having some conversations when I started my drama channel with people where they would talk to me about like I'm still very like funny about this today, like with people like, it's funny how much people will tell you like that are influencers and stuff like that. Some hold back. But like how quickly people will tell you like how much money they make on TikTok, how much money they make on YouTube, and I never know if it's real or not. Like I never know like what their numbers are, if they're real or not. But I'm just not that person that does that. You know, I just am not like, oh, like this is, you know, whatever. But I can remember when I started, I think it was like a month into my drama channel, and like I had met a couple people, and they were telling me like unbelievable amounts of money they were making on YouTube. And I was like, oh, there's no way that that's possible, you know, like, and stuff like that. I never even thought it was perceivable that I could get up every single day and, you know, have this as a job. So I don't know, it's weird to me that now, and let's just be for real, okay? I mean, I have one of the easiest jobs in the world, working from home, you know what I mean? Like, I totally am fully aware of that. I'm very, very grateful for it. I mean, it doesn't feel like a job. But it does feel like something that I think about, like, all the time. Like, I do feel like the clocking out part of it, like, I have a hard time with that. Like, I'm always thinking about, like, well, should I watch this show to review? Or, you know, like, if something, people are sending me stuff, and so I'm like, oh, I should get this food to review. Or, you know, people will send me, like, receipts of something. I'm, like, looking into something for drama. It's, like, constantly kind of, like, in my head, you know, about it. I don't know. So, today, like I said, it wasn't even about really videos today, because, in all honesty, if I filmed videos, like, I would have had a blast doing it, and I would, you know, whatever. But like, I just felt like you just need to take a day and just not really do anything, you know? I have, the one thing is that, you know, there's a lot of people that will be like, you should just take a day and not even vlog. I don't know why, I just can't. I just cannot not vlog, like, which is why I'm doing it early today, because then I can just, you know, do whatever I want to do the rest of the night. But anyway, so I came down here, and I was like cleaning, and I was like doing this, and I was like straightening up, and I was putting this stuff away, and I thought, if you're gonna do this, you might as well just make videos. Like, if you're gonna, so that was like, okay, just sit down and vlog, just sit down and vlog. Well, what happened earlier was, you know, we have gone through most of Boo's stuff and put it away. We have it, like, we're not throwing it away. Like, the food and the treats and everything like that have all been, like, given away and donated. But, like, the beds and the blankets and the toys and stuff like that, most of them we have put, like, in crates, and they're downstairs. But we have, like, one blanket, like, 2 blankets, and, like, this lady toy of him and Tucker's, like, that I just cannot move. I don't know what it is. I just cannot move it at all. I mean, it's literally the only thing that, you know, and I was like, I can't move it. I don't know what it is about this. You know, I can, like, touch it every once in a while. I'll pick up this blanket, and I'll, like, smell it. I just can't, I don't know what it is. It feels very final to me to put it like down in the basement where PP and Tucker stuff is. And it's been 4 months. Like, let's just be for real, you know? Has it been longer than that? No, we're coming up on 4 months. It's been 4 months, you know? And I'm not talking about like a time limit on grief. I'm talking about putting this stuff away, you know? And it was hard for Alex too. Like at first, like when I started like kind of collecting stuff, you know, I could like, we both talked about just kind of like leaving it there for a little bit. And then we like slowly just like started, you know, putting stuff down in the basement, you know, stuff we didn't want, you know, stuff that didn't really have any like, you know, any kind of meaning to us or whatever, or relate to Boo Radley. We just kind of like, you know, got rid of. And then there were a few things that we kept, obviously. And all the clothes of Pee-Pee's and the clothes of Boo and Tucker's, like the pajamas and the coat and stuff, the coats and stuff like that. We've kept all that. I don't know if I would use it for another dog. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I just know that neither he or I are ready to get rid of it today. I don't know what holding on to it does, but we're not. I mean, Pee-Pee passed away, what was it, 2019? So, you know, 5 years ago, and we still have a lot of his clothes and stuff. I don't know. So anyway, this blanket, these 2 blankets and this toy are folded, I mean, it's like this big in the corner in the bedroom. And so today I was like, cleaning up the stuff. I was like taking some like shoe boxes downstairs, breaking them apart, putting them in the recycling, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, you need to take that blanket downstairs and put it in the basement. And so I literally, like, I picked up these blankets and this toy, and you guys, it was the weirdest response. Because like I said, when I woke up today, I felt like I'm in a good mood. I feel really good today. I feel happy. I had a good night last night. I had a really relaxing night. I'll get to that in just a second. I had so much fun with Alex. I had so much fun. Like, Nikki and I were playing puzzles, and I was listening to music while I was playing puzzles, and then I read a lot last night and watched shows. I had a good night last night. I think that's part of why I wanted to take a day today. I feel like I kind of wanted to extend. Like, I got into such a relaxation mode last night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was a moment where I was like, I feel so calm and relaxed right now, you know? That I feel like I need to just like carry that over for another day to like really prepare. I don't know. I don't know what it is. This winter is probably the hardest winter that I have had. I don't know what it is about this winter. I feel like, and every person I talk to will say to me, I feel so unmotivated today. And it's not even really like, I don't know if it's that I necessarily feel completely unmotivated. I don't know that that's the word I would use about it. I feel very slow. I feel like I don't really want to go do a lot. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm ready for, you know, I was really excited for the snow to come, and today I was going to actually do a video, I think I talked about this earlier, where I was going to like walk in the snow and stuff like that and look at nature and stuff based on the Comfort of Crows. And then I walked outside today, I was like, it's too cold. Like, I'm not, you know, and I was like, as much as I think the snow is pretty, and I would love to get we got more snow than I thought we were gonna get. I mean, I looked out there today, I was like, I bet you we got an inch and a half, 2 inches of snow the other night, and it's still out there because it's freezing cold. I haven't looked at the temperature today. But I'm kind of like waiting for spring and summer. Like, I feel like I'm going to be like re-inspired. Of course, I was thinking, here we go again with the going out of focus. I was thinking the other day about like summer, like my plans for summer and what I want summer to look like, and like getting up and, you know, filming and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I was kind of thinking to myself, you know, before this whole Boo thing happened, I was like, well, like I was thinking through my schedule. Because Friday I have a hair appointment, but then Alex has a lot of stuff that he's doing after that. So I'll have all day to film. Wednesday, Caroline texted me, and she was like, she could only do from like 2 to 3:30. So she was like, well, we can run and get coffee. We can go to the P.O. box. She was like, at least we can see each other. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't really have a lot to do this week anyway. So I can film before that and after that. So there's not really a day, and I'm probably going to film on Saturday and Sunday this week. So I was like, you know what? This is where I feel like I have to like, I go through this whole thing in my head. Is there anybody else out there that like you struggle with just coming downstairs and being like, I'm just gonna read for the next 4 hours? I feel like nobody in my life is like, I feel like I don't know why I struggle with this. Alex doesn't have a problem with it. I'll talk to Tanya, and Tanya will be like, I'll be like, what did you do today? And she'll say, well, I was, you know, gonna go do this, and I was gonna run here, but she was like, you know what, I just decided, she was like, I got up today, she was like, I just wanted to read a book. And she'll be like, I've been reading since like 11, and it's like 6 o'clock. I'm like, you've been reading? And she's like, yeah, like I finished a book and I just started another one. like all day, she'll just sit there on the couch and she'll like read, you know, with the dogs, and she'll light candles and stuff. And Caroline will do the same thing. Like on a day that Caroline's not working or anything, she'll like binge watch an entire show, or she'll like, you know, listen to some of her audiobook. I feel like everybody in my life can do that. I don't know what it is about me. I don't, is that like a term? Is there something about that where you just constantly have to stay busy? I don't know what that's called, but it drives me crazy. So this is kind of me practicing today to not do anything. And I'm still doing stuff, like I'm still cleaning. But anyway, so I picked up Boo's blanket. I think sometimes when I talk about this on here, it's kind of like misconstrued. Like, do you guys even remember how it became a joke where I said I wasn't going to film anything today? Remember that? It became kind of this joke because then I would film stuff. I think it gets kind of misconstrued. I don't want people to think that like I feel like I have to like excuse or defend why I'm not filming today. I'm just kind of like talking through the process, you know? It's like, this is just kind of what I'm doing. But anyway, I like picked up this blanket. It was so weird because like as I picked it up and then I moved it to the bed, and I just kind of like looked at it for a second. And I think had I not really thought about it and I just picked it up and carried it down to the basement, I think it would have been completely fine. I picked it up and I moved it to the bed, and then I just kind of looked at it there. And all of a sudden I started thinking about like Boo Radley running around on the bed. This little dog's passing has fucked me up. I mean, it has really screwed with me. Like it lingers, and I really just don't get it. I just, you know, I don't know. So anyway, I picked up the blankets from the bed, and I literally said out loud, I was like, I'm not ready yet. I said it out loud, and I just started crying. I just was like, I'm not ready yet. Like, I'm just not. So anyway, I put them back in the, like, smell them, and then I put them back on the floor. I don't know. I don't know what, it's weird. It's like, I'm just not ready to, like, I don't know. I don't know what it's about, but until that moment, I was pretty happy today. I mean, it didn't bring me, like, down. It was just, like, in that moment, you know, I can feel a feeling for a moment and then move through it. I just am struggling with this. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing to me. It's like, I did have a dream about him the other night, which was kind of interesting because, in all honesty, kind of like I ask for, like, you know, I'll pray sometimes, be like, oh, let me like have a dream, you know, about him, because, you know, God's a wish granter. If you didn't know that, I'm joking when I say that. But no, sometimes I'll be like, God, I just wish, like, you know, I'd have a dream. I can remember, you know, years ago, I don't know where I heard this. Somebody told me that, like, when people or animals pass, they come to visit us in our dreams, and, you know, I don't know if you believe it or not. I don't know if I believe it or not. I like the idea of it. I'd like to have, I like scratch this whiteness into this mouse pad over here. I just kind of like, I don't know, when I have dreams about him. It's weird because when I had dreams about Pee-Pee after Pee-Pee passed away, I did have a lot of dreams about him. And I don't remember, like, how soon after, but I remember having dreams where, I remember having dreams where I would, like, see him somewhere, and I'd be, like, so excited, and then it would slowly occur to me that he was gone. And so all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't really want to, you know, but, like, I'm interacting with this, like, dead dog, you know? I think one of the reasons maybe why I'm thinking a lot about Boo, too, is that those dogs, Betty and Bean, remind me so much. Well, Betty reminds me, those rescue dogs, of Boo Radley. He reminds me so much of Boo Radley. Or she reminds me so much of Boo Radley. And they posted this Instagram story last night. I don't know if they don't still have it up. But they posted this Instagram story last night of Betty. I mean, she literally had the zoomies in this field, and it reminded me so much of Boo. It reminded me so much of Boo. I want to see, where am I at on time? I want to see what Nikki has been texting me. I called her right before I started vlogging, and hold on a second, let me text her. So she's, like, not wondering why I'm not texting her back. So I think that's part of why, I don't know, like, Boo's kind of been on my mind, because I watched, I don't know if that was last night or the night before. If it was up last night, it would still probably be on their Instagram story, so it's not up there. But, yeah, I don't know. This little video that they had, this, like, story that they did of, like, Betty, it was so funny because Bean she's the Chihuahua. Betty's the one. They say that she's like a poodle terrier mix or something like that, but she looks just like Boo Radley, but her hair is kind of longer and stuff like that. Especially they have pictures of them when they're like in the rescue place. And Betty really looks like Boo Radley, like from a couple years ago in those pictures. But like her having the zoomies so reminded me of like Boo Radley out in the backyard when he would get the zoomies in the summer and stuff like that, or even just around the house, you know. I'm so thankful I have videos of that. I really am thankful. I don't know, it's like, the camera stopped. Am I really at a half an hour already? You know, grief is such a bizarre thing. It's just like, all of a sudden it shows up when you kind of like least expect it. I don't know. Maybe it's just kind of like a reminder. I have a hard time when I'm talking about it or when I'm standing there, like, you know, smelling the blankets and stuff like that. This is part of why I mean, I'll always miss the dogs, obviously. I will always miss them. But I think this is also why I'm, like, not necessarily, like, I'm getting to the point of being open to get a dog, but I don't feel like I'm there yet, if that makes sense. Like, this is a part of it. So yeah. So, that took a half an hour to say that I'm just taking the day off and just vlogging today. You know, it's so interesting because when I'll have like therapy sessions or whatever, and at the end of it, I'll be like, this was a really deep like therapy session. Like now I have to turn around and I have to do these drama videos. And my therapist will be like, why don't you just take the day off and not film any videos? And I'm like, no, like and he's like, why can you not just take a day and not film any videos? Like none. And I'm like, I don't know. I can't. Like I have such a hard time with it. I don't know what it is. Now somebody's calling me. Who is this? So, I don't know, it's just like such a hard thing for me, you know, but, I mean, even this, like, by the time I get done vlogging, I mean, it's 4:11 right now, by the time I get done vlogging, I will be, you know, like, Alex will be on his way home, and then we'll, like, be figuring out what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's go and talk about, but I will say this, I do feel, other than, like, the moment with Boo Radley and, like, the cleaning and stuff like that, I felt very relaxed today. I have, like, it's been a good day, and last night was a really great night, so... Last night, let's do the temperature check really quick, and I want to light these candles. I want to actually see how cold it is outside. You know, it's always supposed to be so cold, and it's never as cold as it is. Oh, it's 19 degrees. It is cold outside today. Let's look at the forecast. 19 degrees outside, and tomorrow, it is going to be 18, then 23, 20, 29, 36. Looks like the next snow we're supposed to get is Thursday the 27th. And then both of these days are really warm though, so that's interesting. I haven't watched any of the... Let's look up really quick and see what the max velocity... Hold on a second. Let's just look at the titles of the videos. I'm sure it's like, huge storm coming tonight. Oh wait, here it is right here. Ryan Hall, y'all. It comes up right. The storm will cause more problems than expected. And we're like, well, first of all, mostly the entire North America is in red. Does max velocity show up too? No, he doesn't. Okay. So that's from 2 hours ago by Ryan Hall. Max velocity. Let's see what his newest video is called. You know what? I want to see how closely they release videos together. 8 hours ago. A rare winter storm is coming. But he is like, do you notice how like every single one of their thumbnails looks exactly the same? So it has like his thumbnail, but the thumbnails don't really match always what they say in the videos, because I always go to it and I go, oh, because it's like we're all in the snow right here. But then that's not necessarily always what happens. So I will keep that up and watch that after I get done with this. It's interesting when I was talking about it the other day, like Ryan Hall versus Max Velocity, what people's different feelings were about it. And some people are like super fans of Ryan Hall and some people are super fans of Max Velocity. There's another weather channel that I found and he has like 37,000 subscribers. Are there other, let me look this up. Weather update. Let's see what. These are like news weather updates. Ryan Hall pulls up. Here we go. Ryan Hall. I think it's interesting that I put weather updates and none of Max Velocity's videos pull up. He must not tag his videos weather updates. Let's put in weather and see what comes up. There they are. That might be why Ryan Hall is getting better views, is because of how he tags his videos. I don't know, but is there other... Okay, Mitch West Weather. His thumbnails look very similar. Does anybody know Mitch West Weather? Well, first of all... Oh, okay, so it's just, he's got 100,000 subscribers. Hi, thanks for stopping by. My name is Mitch, and I'm a weather enthusiast. I post videos and talk weather for the eastern U.S., specialize in the southeast. I am also a storm chaser. Do you guys remember back in the day? I feel like all the thumbnails look just like Max Velocity and Ryan Hall. Do you remember, when's his oldest video I want to see? Ooh, he's got some pretty videos showing Myrtle Beach. Okay, where do we start the weather stuff? Oh, he started about 5 or 6 years ago. But his thumbnails weren't very exciting. He must have caught on about the exciting thumbnails. Has anybody heard of this person? I don't know anything about him. But do you remember when weather chasers were like really big back in the day? Like that movie Twister. I still haven't seen the new one. Alex watched it. GM Weather. Like General Motors Weather? This is how I look at YouTube channels, if you want to know the truth. Okay, this person has 38.6 thousand subscribers. Oh, it's called GM because his name is Gerald Mingle. Okay. And he is a student meteorologist. See, this is the thing. Okay. When I say this, like, about, like, the drama community, people are like, it's not just the drama community. It's any community, right? That there was, like, a sauce that we all did back in the day of how we did videos, and then people copied, pasted it, and kind of made it their own over, you know, like, years later. When you look at these people that are on, like, they're kind of on the, you know, trying to, like, build their channels, every one of his thumbnails looks exactly like Ryan Hall and Max Velocity's thumbnails. Every single one of them. He actually uses, this guy, this is why his videos are probably not, he's got 38.6 thousand subscribers. When's his oldest video? Let's see. I might go in and watch some of these other videos. I mean, he's 2 years ago. Yeah, so his thumbnails were not great. And then they switched. I mean, listen, I know my thumbnails suck, so I'm nobody to be educated about thumbnails. The truth. Oh, he goes, here is the truth about winter weather in the East next week. And he titled it, The Truth. This is insane. Crazy cold. Whoa! This one thing that says, whoa. I actually kind of like these thumbnails better, but he was getting like 295 views. What is it? Okay, then it pops up here. What's this? Snowstorm. Here is like who will likely see snow this weekend. That's from 2/9 of 2023, and it jumps up to 3.6 thousand views, and it goes back down, and it goes back down. Do people watch them a lot in the summer, these weather channels, or is it just in the winter? Well, I guess we like thunderstorms and, you know, hurricanes and stuff, right? When did his thumbnails change to look like what they do now? We're now at a year ago. And he was getting like 200 views, 73 views, 297 views. I actually kind of preferred his old thumbnails, but then he like, somewhere they switched. Stay aware, this one says. This is what I kind of love about these thumbnails, is that he has these like, well, each one's completely different, first of all. Maybe that's what he realized they were doing, because Max Velocity and Ryan Hall, like, theirs almost look identical, every single one of them. I feel like this camera is kind of a little crooked. But then he has like these, each like text over each thumbnail says something completely different. Like huge hail, tornado threat, 101 views. Tornado potential, funnel cloud, and he's got like an arrow pointing to it. Stormy weekend. I actually liked his older thumbnails. Welcome to July, and it's got like a crying emoji on it. 62. I kind of like these thumbnails. This is why I am not great at the thumbnail games, because the thumbnails that I like are not the thumbnails that other people are attracted to. Okay, then he switches them up here a little bit. They are a little bit easier to look at as far as color-wise, because they're like darker, and then he's got like red and white. Time is up. Major hurricane. Okay, so then it's the hurricane. Oh, then he switched all of his thumbnails to where they look almost identical every single day. Oh, his views majorly jumped up. What is going on here? When did that happen? And you know what? It was around the time that he changed his thumbnails. That is so interesting. I'm not at first. 118, 214, 1.1, 1.7. Where's the one where it jumps? Okay, huge snow totals. This is from a year ago. Major snowstorm, 3.2 thousand views. Major shifts. December's about to have major. This is from 1 year ago. And then snow is about to return in a big way for many. What's interesting about this is that this one gets 12,000 views. The one before at 3.4 thousand views. The one before at 1.3 thousand views. This is how I analyze videos, right? And then the next one goes to 2.3 thousand views. Why that one? I mean, it doesn't, like, there's not, snow is about to return in a big way for many. I mean, most of his are bigger deal than that. Then this one, our next storm will have striking impacts. This is striking, it says, and it's got 22,000 views on it. Now, I think I can understand why that one, but then it goes back to 2,000. Then it's 14,000, 23, snow shifts. I mean, that's not a video that I would probably, you can't see any states or anything. That's probably not a video that I would pick on. It's interesting how he's doing this. But now all of his thumbnails look like, and he's getting 10, 20,000 views a video. And all of his thumbnails look like Max Velocity and Ryan Hall's. So, okay, well, you figure that out. That those are the thumbnails you want to go with. Was there somebody doing those thumbnails before Ryan Hall and Max Velocity? Who did it first? And now GM Weather, is he like the third one? Okay, who's this? Mitch West Weather, 32,000 views. Did we already talk about him? Yes. And his thumbnails look exactly the same. Okay, big change. Chris Julius Weather. Now, he's getting okay views, but he has, oh, he's got 2 TV screens. Okay. Oh, is he like a real one? A real one. Oh, he's the chief meteorologist at WYFF number 4 in Greenville, South Carolina. He looks like a weather forecaster. I'm not interested. I like the amateurs. I mean, I know some of them are in school and stuff like that. Okay. Okay, where's this? See, you can tell, like, this is Max Velocity. A huge storm was coming 2 days ago. You can totally tell it's one of his thumbnails. I think that is so smart when, I mean, 1.4 million views. This is from 1 day ago. Oh my God. I wish, oh, then he's got an extra channel? I did not know that. Oh, people, it's live right now. Oh, let's go in here and see it. Let's see what's going on live with him right now. 20 weather radars and alerts. I've never been in one of his lives, so I do not know how this works. Okay. There's people chatting in here. What are they saying? Oh, people are tipping him money and things like that. People always tell me I should do live. Should I do a vlog live? I've been thinking about it. Oh, he's doing, okay. He's talking about Nashville. A portion of middle Tennessee, winter storm warning with heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulations between 3 and 4 inches. Oh, he does like CNN. Oh, what's this little robot down here? Is that supposed to be Ryan Hall? Farrah from Rome, New York tipped him $2. Well, all right, Farrah. He gets a lot of tips, doesn't he? Oh, they tip him and they ask him. Oh, that is so smart. They said, Tulsa, Oklahoma winter storm forecast, please. And they tip him $5. Y'all cast for Fargo, North Dakota, please. They tip him. They tip him and they want to, okay, Vermilion, South Dakota. Forecast for Mena Air. This is how, what does weather look like for the week in DC? So people tip him and they ask, and then, is that how it works? After this drama stuff, I'm going to start, I think I almost tipped something. I don't even know what I was doing. I don't even know how to tip in a live stream, but I'm not in the chat anymore. I think I'm starting me a weather channel. I am. I'm going to start me a weather channel. I mean, I really have one already, you know, giving the weather updates for the week. Okay, let's get out of this. So let's talk about last night. Oh, this 10-minute version of All Too Well. I remember it all too. It came into my life. Like, I feel like I know this song so far. And can I just tell you what is so sad about this song is, okay, I'm thinking about Boo Radley today. And so here, look, I'm showing you my phone. I have it right here, the Taylor version, okay? And then, look, can I show you what I have on my phone as I was listening while I was cleaning? I have the version. I think you might be a Swiftie if you've got the 10-minute version of All Too Well on all of your devices. I think you might be a Swiftie at that point. Maybe I just need to admit it. Okay, you know what? I need to get to these candles first. Okay, candle. Okay, goodbye, Taylor. Goodbye. We're gonna say goodbye to you for a little while. Okay, so 2 candles that I have today. So I went through the 2 candles that I finished last night were, oh my God, this is so funny. Is that the All Too Well candle? Is that what it was called? The All Too Well by Shy Wolf. It finally, like, was at the bottom. I mean, I burned it for like 8 hours last night. And then the other one was I think it's Spiced Kitchen, the Yankee candle that I just brought out here the other day. It finally reached the bottom. So that candle, that Yankee candle, I might buy some more. It lasted me, I don't know, like 6-8 weeks, something like that. I mean, burning it every single night. That was crazy. So I need to add 2 more candles. So the ones I brought are, I don't remember what these smell like at all. Nosara, which is nectarine, amber, and black peppercorn from Shy Wolf. And then this one is The Whirl, because she has a lot of tarot card like candles as well. And this one is supposed to smell like fulfillment, achievement, wholeness. No, that's what you're supposed to achieve through it. That's what the world means. Okay, can I just tell you what's so funny is that somebody commented on my video. I don't know if it was on my Peter Desta video where I do candle hauls or if it was over here, but they're like, I hate when you read a candle and it'll say something like, it smells like serenity or something. And I was like, amen. I cannot stand that, okay? Because, like, you know, what serenity smells like to me might be different than what serenity smells like to somebody else. You know what I mean? But I love that they said that on there because I was like, we are sisters from a different mister. I agree. Okay, so this person, The World, they smell like black tea, mandarin, and cranberry. Oh, I don't remember what I thought of these candles, so I'm kind of excited about this. I did bring my wick trimmer here, so we can trim the wicks. Okay, I have like 3 or 4 of those. So this is the first candle. This is the Nosara. I don't know anything about this. Let's look up and see what does Nosara mean. Does anybody know? I have no clue what it means. Nosara. The official, oh, it's a place in Costa Rica. Nosara is a village and district in Costa Rica. Okay, I didn't know that. Is Nosara worth visiting in Costa Rica? Does it say anything about, is this supposed to smell like Costa Rica? Can you swim in Nosara, Costa Rica? Now I want to know. Yes, it's suitable for both surfing and swimming. Is Nosara a party town? No, it's not a party destination, but you can find night activities like live music and dancing nights. Is Nosara worth visiting in Costa Rica? If you're into surfing, practicing yoga, eating delicious food, and hanging at beautiful beaches and exploring nature, then Nosara, Costa Rica is definitely worth visiting, in case you wanted to know. Okay, so here is the candle. We're going to do a little cold throw review really quick. Are you ready? Now, when you do a candle review, I learned this at the Edinburgh Outlet Mall at the Yankee Candle store there. They taught me this, that you just put the lid up like this, and you just smell it like that. Oh, I like that. My neighbors are home from Hawaii, and so is their dog. Okay. I don't really know what to think about this. What is it? Nectarine? Does it say nectarines? Nectarines. It kind of reminds me of peaches and cotton. It reminds me of like incense in somebody's apartment. I don't know why. Okay. We're going to try this one. I don't know if I love it or if I don't. I don't really know what I think about this one, honestly. You know, I never usually am like that. I like it, it's sweet. I mean, well, it's not super sweet. Like, I like the candy ones. Oh, sometimes I can't deal with those. It smells like some kind of incense, but like the only kind of incense that I really like is like patchouli, which I just really don't do ever anymore. I really like Nag Champa incense. Maybe it kind of reminds me of like, I don't know. I don't don't know. It reminds me of like maybe like having like a fruity dessert late at night, like in some like hot tropical place. Like, oh my God, Nosara, Costa Rica. Okay. So we're gonna see how this one goes. The Shy Wolf candles usually start like smelling pretty quickly. Okay, and then this one is the World, which is Fulfillment, Achievement, Wholeness, Black Tea, Mandarin, and Cranberry. Seek Light. Okay, let's read the back of it. Smells like starting a new adventure. Oh my God! It smells like the airport? Oh no, ma'am. Notes of black tea, mandarin, and cranberry come together to create a bold yet sweet fragrance inspired by your inner confidence and excitement for what's to come. The world invites you to become your worst. Oh, I thought it said worst. Your most. Why would you want to light a candle that would make you your worst? Your most aligned self and journey towards your destined path with courage and grace. I like that. Okay, let's try that. What am I doing now? Where am I traveling to? Invite you to become your most aligned self and journey towards your destined path with courage and grace. Well, I'm ready. You know what? I should have done a live stream today. I didn't even think about that. Although I said I wasn't going to really do anything today, did I? Here's the candle. Cold throw test. They both remind me of fruit. This one really does. What does it say? Does this one say peaches? Why do they both smell like peaches to me? Black tea. Oh, okay. I'm getting mandarins. I'm not really getting... These are both going to smell citrusy, which I'm totally fine with because I'm kind of ready for the spring. I told last night I was like burning these waxes, and I'm trying to get rid of the Christmas ones yet, the happy waxes. I just have a few left. And so I was talking to Nikki on the phone. I was like trying to whisper because Alex was asleep. And so I was like, okay, I had the candles already lit, but I was like, which candle wax should I use? And she was like, I was going through them and she was telling me like the spring scents, right? And I was like, no, I gotta use these Christmas ones. She goes, Christmas? I was like, well, it snowed outside, Nikki. And so she's laughing and I'm laughing on the phone. So I'm reading through them and I'm like, pine, evergreen. I go, I haven't opened the evergreen yet. So I still have some of like that aren't the happy waxes, you know, obviously like our own candle company. I have the mulled cider. I have like 4 of those left. And so I said, I think I took a picture of it last night. It was so funny because I said, do you think it's gonna like spill over? Please tell me I sent her a picture of this. I'm almost positive I did. Here is Nikki and I sending our pictures back and forth of our puzzles. Okay, last night. We did so many puzzles last night. It was so fun, yet so corny. But we were both like, this is so corny, but this is so fun. Okay, where's the picture? I know I sent it to her of the candle wax machine, which you guys won't be able to see. Oh my God, we literally, I can't even tell you how many puzzles we did, you guys. So many puzzles last night. Okay, oh, here it is. Here it is. So I was like, I'm gonna add to the pine, I'm gonna add a mulled cider to the pine. And then I said, Bet, I gotta send you a picture because I wanna see if you think it's gonna like fall over. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's all green little, like those gummy bear things. And then on top is like the red. Do you see that? So I took it out because she told me that it was gonna fall over. And so I took it out. What did she actually say? Oh, no, I think I called her right after I put it up, or sent her the picture. No, I was talking to her and I sent her the picture. So anyway, she's like, girl, that's gonna fall over. That's gonna spill over. So I was like, okay. But then I kept it on a paper towel, and then when it didn't spill over, I put it in there. So last night I did evergreen and mulled cider together. I don't really know how it smelled. I don't really remember now. I had so many candles burning. I had candles out here. I had candles everywhere. So I actually made a list this weekend of all of, like, each day I'm doing, like, a cleaning thing. And you know what I just realized was, on my list of things I'm cleaning for this week, like, each day I'm doing, like, a major thing. I just realized that, not a major thing, like, the entire basement. Although, the basement is very close to being finished. I mean, now it's just kind of, like, there's just a little bit down there that's not, like, finished and organized and all that kind of stuff. But, like, the secretary desk over here, where we have, like, Alex has some, like workbooks that he's read through the years. And then, like, we have DVDs. I have tons of stuff in the drawers down there. Like, even, like, notebooks of my mom's and stuff like that. So that's one, like, goal. That's, like, an example of a goal. But then, like, cleaning off this buffet table back here that has, like, pens and pictures and the notebooks from conferences that Alex went to and the record player and all this kind of stuff. That's, like, one project. I don't know why today I felt the need to clean floorboards when this stuff needs to be done and I have one each day to do. So after I get done with this today will be a project. So, okay, we have the candles lit right here. Now let's talk about last night. So last night we watched... God, how many episodes did we watch of Australia Traders? this season is just... I really want to look and see why it got canceled, but I don't want to find out who wins. It's just, they are the worst group of faithfuls. I mean, they cannot figure out anything. But I like it. The new BBC, or the UK Traders is not on Peacock yet. I looked last night. So I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, we'll find something else to watch, obviously. But I don't know what we're going to do when, what do you call it? When this finishes, when the Australia Traders, I think we have 2 or 3 more episodes. I think we have 3 episodes left of it. So then we got done with that. Alex was falling asleep on the couch. He was like, babe, I got to go to bed. I was like, okay. So that was at like 11. No, maybe 11:30. And I went upstairs, like, with the intention of taking a nap, and I sat on the bed for a second. He was, like, kind of, like, rolling through TikToks and stuff before he went to bed. And I was like, he's like, are you going to take a nap for a little bit? And I'd already set my alarm and everything, and then I just, like, turned it off. I was like, no, I think I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to, like, read and whatever. So I came downstairs, and I lit my candles, and I read last night the James Patterson Cat and Mouse. I'm like, my goal is to finish it tonight. I like started it, and I am probably, was that my phone? Oh no, that was these things that made this noise. I am like, more than halfway through the book. It's okay, if you're keeping up with the James Patterson books and you're reading them, it's okay. It's, I don't know, it's, well, Gary Sanjay is in it again, who was in Along Came the Spider, who was the kidnapper in it. Well, anyway, I just got to the halfway mark where they're like, something really happens with him. I mean, it's that story kind of like all over again, and there's this guy in England and all this kind of stuff. It's good. It's good, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite by far of them. So far, my favorite is Jack and Jill, which is interesting. So, but last night, as I'm sitting there reading it, I was like planning like how I'm going to get these books done, right? Because I was like, okay, my goal is to get them done before, I'd like to get them done this week, you know, and then I can, you know, also be listening to like 2 other audiobooks and reading this graphic novels and all this kind of stuff. And I was sitting there last night, I was like, I feel like there's something else I'm supposed to be reading. Well, I had started this cozy mystery thing last summer, so I got to do those as well, because I've never caught up with that on BookTube, on my BookTube channel. But then I was like, oh my god, I started the recovery book thing, read along, on my Peter Does Stuff channel, and that started in February. I had completely forgot about it. It was something that in the book, when I was reading the book, they said something about addiction. I can't remember. I feel like every different book, Alex Cross is dating somebody different in it. But Mel made a comment about that because she's reading them too. But there was something they were talking about addiction, and I got thinking about like in my mind, I was like, I went to like, oh, that would be kind of like fun to read like an addiction book. And then I was like, oh my god. And I'd already downloaded them on Audible because I said I was going to listen to them on Audible. So I still have Drinking a Love Story and Dry by Augustin Burroughs, which is in Alex's collection of books, which is right over there. He's got all of his Augustin Burroughs books together. Did I move them over there? Oh, I moved them over there. They're right down there. I can see. Augustin Burroughs, Running with Scissors. I don't see it. David Sedaris, Chelsea Handler. Those are all Alex's books. Next to the, do you see the 3? The orange, green, and pink one? All the ones to the left are his. And then the Chuck Palahniuk books are underneath it. Those are Alex's, like, favorite books right there. He doesn't really read that much anymore. Now if he reads, it's like a business book. Like, I think the last one he read was like that Blank book that they were all like reading at work or something like that. I've read them both before, but it's been a really, really long time. I'm actually excited about reading them. So I think what I'm going to do is try to finish Cat and Mouse tonight, reading it, and then I'm going to start listening to the audiobook of, I mean, I have like 5 books going right now that I'm reading. Well, 5, and then I started Cat and Mouse, and I haven't started a new audiobook yet. And so I think that I'm going to start Drinking a Love Story tonight. Well, this is part of what I'm going to do this afternoon. Like when I get done with the vlog and stuff like that, is that I am going to, my plan is to read a lot this afternoon. I'm going to make a pot of coffee, not the Keurig. I'm going to make a pot of coffee, and then I'm just going to sit here, light a bunch of candles, and read. I'm really, really excited about it. So I might start the Drinking the Love Story, the Audible book, tonight and do some puzzles. I actually prefer listening to an audiobook while I'm doing puzzles versus listening to music. But last night, okay, so I came down here and I read Cat and Mouse for a long time. And then I didn't read any of the other books. And then because I told Nikki, I was like, I've got to get like some of this book done and then I'll call you. Because she was like, what are you doing? Is this going out of focus again? I was like, let me get some of this book done and then I will call you. Okay. So after that, I called her. Oh, no, Mel and I talked before. When did Mel and I talk? It was like, I think it was right when Alex went up. Mel and I talked right as Alex went upstairs. And then after she and I talked, I went upstairs. Oh my God, the leg of the tripod fell. And we were almost at 30 minutes anyway, so it's probably a good place to stop. But before I started this vlog today, I mean, this is the brand new, one of two brand new things. And you click them into place. But even when you click them into place, they kind of like, I don't know what it is. I should probably open this one. Well, here, I haven't opened this one yet, but I will today. I mean, it's not going to be any different. But these legs, like, they kind of, like, you click them into place. And sometimes they kind of, like, come unclicked. That's what happens when I say my camera's falling, my tripod's falling. My treadmill, my tripod. Anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, so talked to Mel, then went upstairs. And then when I decided I wasn't going to lay down, I came downstairs. And then that's when Nikki and I were texting. I was like, let me read some of this book. And then I said, how late are you going to be up? She's like, I'm going to be up for a while. So I said, okay. I said, let me read this book and then I will call you. So after I got done reading, did Alex, if he is on his way home already? Oh, he is. He's about to head home. Hold on a second. He's coming home early today. Just finishing up my vlog. So, after I got done reading, I called Nikki, and we talked for a long time, and then we were talking about, like, the books that we were reading and stuff like that, and I can't remember what she's reading. She told me, I can't remember. He said, sounds good. I can't remember what she said she's reading. But anyway, we talked about books and stuff like that, and then I said, do you want to do some puzzles? I love the puzzles. This is when I was doing the candle waxes and stuff like that. I had like, lit all the candles. I have two over there, one over there. I keep on thinking I want to move the fireplace, the second fireplace that I have over in the corner, but I kind of like it just having candles over there. So I'm thinking about putting, do you remember when I first had the candle wax melter of the fireplace? I put it like next in front of the fireplace over here. I'm thinking about doing it over there, or maybe on the table over here. The problem over here is that Alex like cleans off that corner over there of the table right over there, so that when he's doing meetings, like you can see that just like he pulls a table over here. He's got his computer and everything. It's all like plugged in. He's got his work computer over there. So when he's doing meetings, like on Fridays or from home, like Zoom meetings, he just sits in that chair and he brings the table from over there. And then he uses the corner over there for his coffee and stuff like that. You know what? I just moved these coasters from over there. I'm going to put those coasters over there and then he can use them for his coffee. Peter, you are so smart. So anyway, so I was like, do you want to do some puzzles? And she was like, yeah. And I said, okay. I said, so when I watch my shows, like if I'm listening to an audiobook while I'm doing puzzles or if I'm listening to music or something, I put my Beats in, right? And so, because Alex got me Beats. I don't like the Beats as much as AirPods. I will tell you this right now, if you're looking between Beats and AirPods, there's a way to twist the Beats and put them in your ear. They still fall out of my ears, okay? Like if you lean a little bit, they kind of like fall out and get loose. If you're looking to buy a pair, I will 100% tell you I would definitely go with the AirPods and go with the noise cancellation AirPods, 100%. Not sponsored, nothing. I'm just telling you, as somebody that's bought a lot of AirPods and also has Beats, I like the Beats. I think the Beats are good. I think the noise cancellation on the Beats is great too. They just don't stay in my ear as well as the AirPods do. Oh my God, the battery just went to the halfway mark. So that's my only thing about them. But so that I can use my AirPods while I'm watching my shows later, if I'm listening to an audiobook or I'm listening to music while I'm doing stuff down here, then I will, like doing puzzles or whatever, then I'll listen to the Beats because I don't want to... I want my AirPods to be fully charged when I'm watching a show. So Nikki and I sat there. Oh my God, we did so many puzzles last night. I will tell you what puzzles. We were picking lots of Christmas puzzles last night. Did you guys want to know the puzzles that we did? Okay. So the puzzles that we did last night. Okay, I'm going to go back. The last one that we did was this like Christmas cabin. That was the last one that we finished. Okay. The one before that was, I picked this one. This Christmas bedding with a Christmas tree next to it. And then when I got done, I said, what did I say? I want that bedroom. And she said, damn you, LOL, because I was like always finishing the puzzles before her. And she said, I said, are you close? Which sounds so gross, but it was about puzzles. And then I was like, is this flashing already? Is it done? And then she posted, like 2 seconds later, she finished it. And I go, yay! And she said, I pulled too many pieces out and make it too cluttered. Because she puts the pieces in the middle instead of just doing the edge first, which everybody in the world knows that you learned that in 2nd grade. You do the edges first. But like when she shows me that she's doing it, she's got pieces in the middle. Girl, what? No, you don't do that. And I said, it's because your nails are too long. And she said, do not blame my nails. And then I said, I'm going to do one more, then watch my show. Want to do one more? And she said, sure, you pick. And I said, I said, I love this. Why is doing puzzles in the dark making me so happy? And so we were like picking the daily puzzles from this one. And she goes, December 24th, you pick the number. And I said, okay, because she wanted to do 100. If we did more than that, she like lost her mind over it. We were talking about how cheesy it was, but we were having so much. I was like, do you want to do one more? And she was like, ha ha ha, sure, you pick. I was like, she said, LMFAO, okay, how many? I'm going to win this one, she said. I didn't realize we were having a competition, Nikki. Okay, so this one she picked, and it was crepes. She said she picked it because she wanted to eat it. She said, oh, she's doing paint by numbers, too. I think I'm actually gonna, somebody asked me to actually review these apps. I think I'm gonna do a review of them. And, she said, I love it. I'm also finishing. I said, this is corny, but I love it. She goes, I love it, too. She goes, I'm also finishing this book. And, then, okay, what is she, where was the one where she said she was, okay, oh no, this one, I said, okay, you pick, and she said February 4th, because I want to eat it, and I go, the crepe? Oh, she said yes, and I go, how many? And she said 100. And then, before that, we did this one. We were picking like all like Christmas themed ones, and snow ones. Here, I'll show you Nikki's progress that she sent me. Oh, was that the one where she lost a piece? She said, girl, this is hard. LMAO. I said, where did she say she lost a piece? She's talking about how she's finishing her book. I thought okay. She said, something about that red and pink got me on the crepe one. And I said, I think you better stick to paint by numbers, because she's been doing paint by numbers too. And she put, ha 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 ha. And then she puts this cat emoji. This is like our favorite emoji. It's this cat with nails going like that. Where is the one where she said she lost a piece? Oh, I said, oh my God, this was the first one we did. This was a breakfast one. This one was hard, okay? This one was so hard. And when we finish them, we send them to each other. And I said, oh my God, did we both finish at the same time, or were you waiting for me? She goes, took me like 2 minutes after you. I got stuck in where things went, and then I lost a piece, LMAO. She goes, only I can lose a puzzle piece on an iPad. And I said, I always lose a piece. Because I do, like I push it up, and then like I don't see it with the rest of it. So anyway, we had so much fun playing the puzzles last night. Somebody commented, I told Nikki this last night because I was putting it up on my Instagram story. And Nikki posted and said something about like, you know you're old when you're doing puzzles on your iPad or whatever. And somebody posted on, because must have said something about being old doing puzzles. And somebody on my vlog last night posted it, or commented, and they said, wait till you have like real puzzles on a puzzle table, you know, blah, 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 whatever. That's my dream, okay? That's my dream. Our friend Carol and her husband, Caroline, our family friend, she like, oh my God, when we walked into her house last night, she and her husband both in their living room, they each have their own puzzle table that rotates. I mean, it's like a nice table. And they have a huge screen TV in there. And Carol's like, oh yeah, we just sit here and watch TV, and we like both do like, you know, puzzles on our puzzle. That is my dream. You know you're getting old when you want a puzzle table. So then we did so many puzzles that finally we just were like, she was going to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I wanted to watch The Snow Girl. Okay. So I was either going to watch the Gabby Petito documentary, which is what I'm going to watch tonight or today. I'm going to try to finish Snow Girl. Well, I got a bunch of things I'm doing tonight. So, I was on episode, how many did I watch last night? So it's 6 episodes for season 1 of Snow Girl. I watched 2, 3, and 4 last night. I think I watched, I don't know how many I watched. But anyway, am I halfway through the 5th episode? Listen, like, I'm very picky about my thrillers, okay? I know this is going to crush Mare when I say this, because she loved it. I'm not real thrown down with the Snow Girl. I mean, I'm going to finish it. I've watched, what episode, was I only halfway through I think I was only halfway through the first episode. I've watched the first 4 episodes of it, okay, and part of the 5th episode. Like, I'm going to finish it. I mean, it's a very sad thriller. It's about this girl that has, I can't say the word on YouTube, but like, she's a reporter. It's when she starts, she's in school for journalism, and then she's an intern, and then through the years she becomes like this reporter and then the editor for this newspaper. And she has trauma, okay? Like, she's gone through some horrific things in her life and has trauma. So she gets on this case about this missing girl. And it, like, goes through all these years. They're keeping this girl in this room, and they're, like, videotaping it and all this kind of stuff. And they're trying to figure... I mean, the thriller part of it is good. The characters, there's just not a lot of depth to the characters other than kind of like those stories. Like, it's kind of like you kind of get there with like the police detective. Even with like the main girl, this girl named Mirren, you kind of get it, but it's like every episode her mom calls and she'll be like, oh, Mirren, you shouldn't be doing this. And she's like, gotta go. And then like it's like, why do you even have this? Oh my God, these candles are smelling so good. They smell like lemons and oranges and tea is what it smells like. It smells like, it reminds me of that mythology candle that Mare sent me. These two together. Very citrusy, which one's the tea one? The world one. So that must be the one I'm smelling the most. I don't know, maybe it's a combination of both. I don't dislike the Snow Girl, but I will tell you that I got done with the 2nd episode, and I was like, if not everybody had told me to watch this show, I would have finished it, which is what in books we call DNFing, do not finish. But I was like, no, I'm going to finish the 1st season. If I get through the 1st season and I'm like, something happens and I'm like, wow, I really, really love this. The other thing is it jumps back in time, okay? I don't love shows that do this. To be honest with you, like Yellow Jackets, I love. I don't love that Yellow Jackets even does this. When it goes back and forth, like, it makes sense with Yellow Jackets because it goes back, you know, from when the plane crashed to like, you know, when they're like in current days and stuff like that and trying to figure it all out. I feel like Yellow Jackets... Did you guys hear that they're filming the new season of Euphoria? Alex told me that. It's going to be the last season of Euphoria. I mean, they're most of them like 35 at this point, right? So, I mean, they probably need to get that season out. I think they stopped filming it, though, because it's so much tragic stuff had happened to the cast and the people that were working on Euphoria that they, like, had to take some. They didn't even know if they were going to ever come back. These candles, you guys, smell fantastic. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the orange with the cloves in it that my mom would put in the oven during Christmas time. That's what that reminds me of. But anyway, I don't hate the Snow Girl. I don't know that I would, unless something astronomically fantastic happens in the next 2 episodes. I don't know that I would recommend it to anybody. It's just okay to me. You know, the Harlan Coben shows, like The Woods, I think was the last one that I watched. I didn't even think it was that great. But there's something about, like, the Ure murders or the Orr murders or whatever it's called. There's just a feeling about it when you watch it. The battery is flashing, so let me go get another battery and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try to finish this up so that when Alex gets home, that I'm done and all this is done, and then I can just read and we can watch. We're going to probably finish Australian Traders tonight, and then I got my other shows to watch and books to read, and I'm really excited just to have, you know, candles lit, very relaxing night tonight. And then I said this last night, but I don't know, I just didn't feel it today. So if I wake up tomorrow and I feel like I need to take another day, I'll take another day, but I don't think that'll be the case. But I'm really excited to just relax tonight, and I don't really feel like I need a nap, but I'm sure at some point I'll probably take a nap later and then read tonight. I want to finish Cat and Mouse, like I said, and finish The Snow Girl and I want to watch the Gabby Petito documentary. I don't really know tons about that case, so that's kind of my goal for tonight. And tomorrow, the Fox Hollow Farms documentary comes out. So I'll be covering all those on my Peter Watches TV channel. Anyway, the Snow Girl's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, when you watch like True Detective, or like the R murders, the Ure murders, whatever, however you pronounce them. And there's, and even some of the Harlan Coben shows, there's just like an element that like when you're watching it, it feels very like, you're kind of like, you want to look out your windows. And it's like, is anybody like out there like, looking at me? And you want to like, drink coffee late at night with the detectives. I don't get that feeling with this show. Like, I don't feel any attachment to this show whatsoever. Do I think it's an interesting thriller? Yeah, it's about a girl that was kidnapped and you don't know what's happened to her. I think it's really interesting. But then the backstory is the trauma that happened to this girl. She was assaulted on this beach, and then what she finds out happened about it later, and how it can possibly tie in to what happened to this little girl. It just feels very slow to me. It feels like it's moving really, really slow. And I don't think there's tons of character development with the characters. I don't know. I'm just really not that invested in the characters, in all honesty. So, I don't know. I'd be interested to know what other people think. I mean, I've talked to like Mare and a couple other people have like commented on the video and said, oh, I love the Snow Girl or whatever. But did anybody get the take that I did? I mean, I'm going to watch the end of it. It's like, it gets really good ratings on Netflix. There was another show, you want to see what let's see if hold on a second. All's well that ends well. Okay, let's look at what I have on my list. Okay, I'm on episode 5 of The Snow Girl. Here's my list. You guys want to hear what's on my list? Okay. American Murder, Gabby Petito, Apple Cider Vinegar, Dead Wind, which is one of those shows, Snow Girl, Cassandra, which just came out, The Night Agent, Trial by Fire, Wrong Side of the Tracks, The Abyss, Squid Game, Surviving Black Hawk Down, Love is Blind, but I don't think I'm going to watch it, The Chestnut Man, that came out several years ago, but I read that book years and years and years ago and reviewed it, Prison Break, Prison Cell 211, that's new, The Recruit, Mo, The R Murders, already watched that. I Am a Killer, because people recommend it. The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, I don't know anything about it. A Nearly Normal Family, Virgin River, Ozark, Killing Eve, The Signal, Sweet Magnolias. Alex is watching that right now. I mean, some of these on here I've already watched. The Walking Dead, Evil, I started, but I never finished it. A Man in Full, You, I need to watch You, because everybody in my life loves it. Tanya, Alex, and Mel are like huge You fans. Mel actually told me yesterday she's thinking about going in and reading all of the You books. The Accident, Safe. Have I watched that Harlan Coben one? There's 2 that I haven't watched. Anyway, I mean, this goes on and on and on. Inventing Anna. Don't ever need to see that one again. That bug was so bad. Let's see what the top 10... Okay, the top 10 movies are Dolce Vita, Aftermath. What's Aftermath? An Army veteran and his little sister enter a dangerous hostage situation when a terrorist group of ex-soldiers seizes control of a busy Boston bridge. Oh, that might be interesting. When did it come out? 2024. I'm gonna add that to my list. That looks good. Trial by Fire. I had that on my list. Okay, these are the movies. This movie right here, Honeymoon Crasher. So when I started dating and marrying my husband, we exclusively watched horror movies. This movie right here, which has, I don't know who these people are. A canceled wedding, a non-refundable honeymoon, a spare ticket, dumped at the altar, a young man jets off to Mauritius with his mom to mend his heart. These are the kind of shows that my husband loves today, okay? Or like rom-coms. Kind of Pregnant with Amy Schumer. These are the kind of movies that he loves. Is this the original Rambo that's on the top 10 list? Oh my God, it is. That's crazy. The original Rambo didn't come out in 2008. This is like because that was the year my mom passed away. You know what that really... Okay, the top 10 TV shows. Love is Blind, Cobra Kai. My nephews love that. The Black Hawk Down documentary. I do want to watch that. The R Murders. Fantastic. Cassandra is number 5. Does this not sound so interesting? Listen. The past and the future collide in a psychological thriller series about a 1970s smart home AI's assistant that is reawakened and won't go back to sleep. I think that sounds so good. Oh, Sweet Magnolia is his new season. That's why Alex is watching it. Dog Days Out, which is like a cartoon. I don't know. The Night Agent, Apple Cider Vinegar, which a lot of you have told me is really, really good. Resident Alien. I don't know anything about that. So, There's a lot of true crime documentaries coming out this week, and of course Scamanda, which I have right here, and it ends on the 21st. So that's my TV watching tonight. Listen, and when I say this about the Snow Girl, I know I'm going to get some comments or DMs from people be like, Peter, I'm so sorry I recommended that show to you. Listen, I recommend shows to other people that people don't end up liking. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I didn't force you to watch it. Don't ever feel bad about that. I don't dislike it. It's keeping me interested. I just feel like it's really slow. I mean, I watch so many thrillers that on the scale of 1 to 10, do I think it's fantastic? I think it's good. I think it'd be interesting. So they're based on books, The Snow Girl. I think it'd be interesting to read the books versus watching the show. I will say, the girl that plays Mirren, the main character, is almost like, I mean, I texted Melissa, I was like, have you heard of this show? I mean, Melissa looks just like this girl Mirren in this show. It's like almost uncanny. And she was like, no, nobody else has told me that. I was like, okay. There was somebody else that I told Melissa that she looked like years ago. And she's like, you're the first person that's ever told me that. But anyway, I mean, it's not horrible. I may end up, I mean, tomorrow I may be on here and be like, oh my God, I'm in the 2nd season. It's so good. You got to watch this show. Sometimes it's just like a slow burn. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens. I think on the heels of having watched, like, the last one that I just watched, The Uri Murders, was so good and reminded me of True Detective, which every season of True Detective is so fantastic that I think the bar is raised kind of high for me now as far as watching. I mean, even the Harlan Coben ones, to be honest with you, are kind of cheesy. So, anyway. All right, well, I'm going to get off here now so that I can rest and relax and get rejuvenated and refreshed. Just kind of feels like a Sunday a little bit to me for the week ahead. I will be filming videos probably the rest of the week. I don't think, do we have something on, why do I feel like we have something maybe on Saturday? Hold on, what is this Saturday? The 22nd. Nope. Nope, don't think we have anything this Saturday. 23rd. Am I forgetting something? Yeah, I don't think so. So, my plan will be to film all week long. And hopefully tomorrow, if I get my butt up, Tanya's in Florida, so there will be no meeting tomorrow night. So, I will be filming, hopefully, 7 videos tomorrow. Getting up early and being rested. Well, not early. What? Get up early? What's that? I'm not getting up early tomorrow, but I will get up and I will be refreshed and relaxed and rejuvenated and renewed. And I don't know, it's funny because like when I do take, like, you know, I just filmed my vlog yesterday. Saturday I just did a drama video and my vlog, and Friday I filmed just a vlog. So I mean, it's been like 4 days since I've really heavily filmed like a lot. Now I kind of miss it enough that when I get back to it tomorrow, I'll be like, okay, I'm really ready. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of excited about that. Got my candles lit, staying warm tonight, staying cozy inside, and just relaxing. So, all right, I'm gonna get off here now. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday. You know what I forgot to say in my vlog yesterday, and if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. And you know what I'm gonna do today that I haven't done in a while? Remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want to. Just say, you know what? I'm going to start my day over. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. Just do a nice act for somebody and don't even say anything about it, whatever. And 3rd, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Like I always say, you might be putting a smile on their face. You might be changing their day for the better. You might be the only person they hear from today. And, you know, in the last 24 hours, I have to say, 2 people have reached out to me that I haven't heard from in like years. And I just was like, it made me like think a lot about my past a little bit and stuff like that. And it was really, really nice to hear from them. So reach out to somebody that you haven't heard from in a while, because you know what? You might, I don't know, make them feel good, you know, and happy and nice, and those are cool things. Also, be kind to one another, love one another a little bit more, and most importantly, be kinder to yourself and love yourself a little bit more, because if you are kinder to yourself, then you will be kinder to others. And if you love yourself more, then you will love others. If you love yourself more, then you will love others. How do I used to say it? If you're kinder to yourself, then you will be kinder to others as well. If you love yourself, then you will be more loving to others as well. But you also deserve to be more loving and kind to yourself. We treat ourselves, my husband's coming, I can hear the garage door opening. So we treat ourselves worse than we treat everybody else, and we need to treat ourselves better. We all do. If you guys are going through something really tough right now, this too shall pass. The sun will shine again and you will get through this. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.